kid, getting me to practice was like World War V, 6, 7. I mean, it was a horrible experience for everyone in the house. So I like to keep things fun. I like to come up with all these creative ways to get the kid excited. Like if there's a motion they're not getting, have them learn how to make bread. And then, you know, when you have to go and you have to knead the dough, and there's all these certain motions. I mean, it's all these little things. I had one student, she was having a really hard time understanding the concept of adjusting. It's not pressing your finger. You don't press your fingers on the string. That creates tension in the whole arm and the back. But what you're doing is essentially it's weight distribution, and you're walking. I said when you're moving your fingers up and down like this, what you're doing is you're walking your fingers. So she's having a hard time grasping that concept. So I had her walk around the living room with me. If you can't distribute your weight, you get stuck. And I want you to try to walk now without taking the weight off one leg and putting it on the other. It was fun. We laughed a little bit, but after that, it started to make sense. And now I see in lessons when she's doing this and she stops herself. She goes, oh, wait. The Schumann fantasy pieces. It's one of my favorite things in the world to play. And I cried so many times in my lessons, and my teacher, she's so sweet. She never said anything about it because I get really embarrassed. But I would leave each lesson just so frustrated, and I would feel so defeated, and just like I never want to play this again. And one day, I don't know what happened. It just came together, and it was like magic. When I finally got it, you know, I was playing it for something, and I was having a run through with my pianist, and my teacher was there listening, and everything just came together. And then when I was done, I looked up and she was crying. And for me, that was just kind of like this moment, like, oh my gosh, I think I understand it now. When I was a kid, for the first Bach suite, the Gigue, my cello teacher said, "Oh, well, you're too young to know this, but think of drunken sailors. They just get into port and they have too good a time. You know, it's just rowdy, it's silly, and it's this." And so me, when I'm a kid, I think, oh, silly, goofy, okay, so, you know, and then I think, oh, the Bugs Bunny and all the Looney Tunes that I've watched, you know, and when they drink their cider and they get all silly, and then, you know.